One of the most iconic moments from all of Dragon Ball is Gohan's Kamehameha beam clash against Perfect Cell at the climax of the Cell games. The Matchmaker series of figures have tackled many iconic battles throughout Dragon Ball, but they have yet to tackle anything from the Cell games. Today, that changes as we review the new Matchmaker's Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Perfect Cell. We'll be unboxing and reviewing these figures while determining whether or not they're worth picking up. We do Dragon Ball figure reviews, news, and more here on the channel, so if you don't want to miss out on the hottest releases, make sure you subscribe. These figures are part of Bandai's Matchmaker series, which is a cheaper series of crane figures under the Banpresto umbrella. These figures are typically displayed on bases while replicating an iconic battle from the Dragon Ball series between two characters. There are currently 48 figures within this line that are announced or released, so collecting them can be a ton of fun. Plus, it looks as though Team Ichigan has completely taken over for this series, similarly to how Varuk solo sculpts all of the GX Materia figures. The front of these figures boxes show both Gohan and Cell with a colored, swirling background and the Matchmaker's logo. You'll also see various logos for the figures. The sides of the boxes show Cell and Gohan in black and white with their figure names. The back of their boxes show their respective figures about to battle their opponent with the same swirling background. The other sides of their boxes have a white background with a full body shot of the figures in color. And the top of their boxes have their names, logos, and a Toei animation sticker to act as the figure's sticker of authenticity. Taking these figures out of the box, I was surprised to see both of them in a plastic shell instead of your typical cardboard casing and plastic bagged figures. Usually you only see that in premium releases, so it's certainly appreciated when crane figures get a little bit of a red carpet treatment. Gohan comes whole with a very interesting looking foot support, we'll talk about that later, and his Bandai stamp is right here. Cell comes in a few pieces with his upper body, lower body, wings, and foot support all separated. And of course, Cell's Bandai stamp is located right here. Taking a closer look at the figures, I can see quite a bit to appreciate here. Gohan's sculpt is really clean. His hair is very accurate with some line work to add some layers and depth to the piece. Gohan's hair does somewhat flatten towards the bottom back near his torso, which looks a little bit odd. I love the texturing and battle damage on his body and gi though. You can even see some scratches sculpted into his body, which is a nice subtle touch. Of course, this figure does have blood painted on him too, which is really nice for accuracy and something we're seeing and appreciating more on regular figure releases. The figure doesn't have shading, but the blood and bright colors definitely help out quite a bit. Gohan's face is also really well done, though because it's a crane figure, you can see that some details are lacking. It's still accurate and really well done nonetheless. Now, the elephant in the room is that strange support for Gohan. I appreciate Bandai eliminating the base and giving us more traditional foot supports for figures, but Gohan was given a very strange, cage-looking foot support. I'm not sure why this was the direction that they went in, as we know that they can do regular foot supports like on the GX Materia Super Saiyan Goku from their recent releases. The foot support also doesn't fit snug to Gohan's foot. It definitely gets the job done, but I would have preferred Bandai did something else. Cell is also pretty well done. He doesn't have that same strange support as Gohan, but instead has a support he steps onto that fits very snug on him. I also noticed Cell's wings are more rubbery than the rest of the figure, so it does give them a little bit of a bent look towards the back ends of them. I'm not a fan of that, but it's a small issue overall. Cell has a lot of brush strokes on his wings and on the inner parts of his crown for detail. His face is really well done, and even though it doesn't have as much detail as a premium figure, I think that Rikyū did an excellent job in making Cell look as accurate as possible. By the way, if I didn't mention it earlier, Rikyū sculpted Cell and Joe sculpted Gohan. Both of them are members of Team Ichigan. Cell's black parts have more of a glossy paint finish, which is pretty common for Perfect Cell figures, while the rest of the figure has a nice matte finish. Obviously, there's no shading, but it's bright and colored cleanly and accurately. Cell spots all over his body are sculpted in instead of painted, which is something that many of us can appreciate. Both figures are certainly on the smaller side. Cell is about 6 inches tall, while Gohan is 5 inches. They do pair pretty nicely with other Matchmakers figures, but technically the scaling isn't completely accurate. As you can see, Ultimate Gohan isn't all that much bigger than Teen Gohan. They still look nicely together for a Matchmakers collection, but even Cell himself is probably about an inch too small to scale with Teen Gohan. They're clearly not going to scale well with Masterlies or Grandista figures, obviously due to the scaling differences, but if you want to use them as accenting pieces for collections that include those figures, I'm sure they'll work just fine. Now, if you are looking for a way to buy these figures, that's where today's sponsor comes in. As a collector, I love options when I'm buying figures. If one retailer or website is out of stock in a particular item that I'm looking for, or maybe they don't have quite the selection that I'm looking for that day, I want to have as many options as possible. So today, I'll be recommending Kamehouse for you to pick up your new Dragon Ball figures. Kamehouse is an online retailer focused on Dragon Ball, One Piece, and so much more for your figure collecting needs. They ship their products directly from Japan, so you know you're getting the authentic stuff. They are based in Canada, but they do ship out to US customers as well. And yes, if you want to buy any of the newest Dragon Ball figures being released, whether it's a Crane figure or Ichiban Kuji, you can leverage their website to get exactly that. So please go ahead and check them out via the link in my description so you can pick up some brand new Dragon Ball figures with them. Thank you very much, Kamehouse, for sponsoring this video, but now let's get back to the end of this video. So, are these worth picking up at full price? I'm a big fan of this moment from Dragon Ball Z. I mean, who isn't? And Team Ichiban always does a good job at least delivering something that is very close to the source material, even when there are budget constraints clearly seen. While Matchmakers has never really been strong in terms of size and scaling, Team Ichiban has done a great job at the quality of the sculpts that we got. If you can get over Gohan's weird cage-looking support for his foot, then I'm sure you're going to be happy having both of these within your collection. I can still say that these are some of the better releases that Team Ichiban has put out compared to a lot of the Crane figures that we've gotten over the recent years. But those are my thoughts, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Another Matchmakers collection down the drain. Sorry, this was actually pretty late. These figures came out a lot earlier this year. I think I just overlooked them, and I was in a growing pain for the channel. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep doing Crane figures, but decided all Dragon Ball here and now. But yeah, that's what we're doing. But if you did make it this far in the video and you enjoyed it, subscribe, like the video, share it with a friend, all that good stuff. If you do want to join our community full of collectors, they're just like you, there is a link down in the description below. You can tap that, come on in, it's free to join. We do buy, sell, trade. We have an Ichiban Kuji price tracker. You get the latest news and updates through there, all that stuff. And if you do want to support the channel even further beyond, consider becoming a YouTube member. You'll get featured here in the credits as a big thank you. And of course, you'll get to see these videos early before anybody else, like a lot of people already have. So there you go. That's all I got for you guys today. So till the next video, I'll see you all later.